Hello everybody. We've had a lot of requests asking us how we put together our little pitch video. So I've decided to make a little video showing you how we did it. So best of all, it took us maybe 2 hours of our time and less than about $50 maybe in total. So it's quite cheap, quite easy. Let's have a look at it.
You know how health business owners in private practice never get to do any marketing or business development? Well, what we do is we provide them with a gorgeous website to build their online profile, try new ideas, and measure results to see what works for them without bothering with setup, configuration, plugins, or security issues. We then give them ongoing support and consulting as specialists who only work with health businesses in private practice. Our clients feel empowered, looked after, and in control. In fact, one client says they've grown their business 100% each year by using our platform and advice. If you're a health business owner in private practice, get in touch with us.
Okay, simple. And it's quite a good result, considering it cost us not much. But there was a bit of work to do beforehand to get ready, and the first thing is the pitch. Okay, so we're obviously pitching our business here, and pitching helps us to answer the question, the age-old question, what do you do? When you meet somebody, they ask you, what do you do? So in many cases, we can answer simply, for us, we say, for example, we build websites, but it's not very useful. So with a proper pitch, we can better target our ideal customers and eliminate the rest. For example, our pitch inherently says to someone, no, we won't build you a website to sell Christmas hampers online. Okay, so we don't get those sorts of queries coming in as a result of our pitch. Okay, but if somebody in private practice, like in a health business, was to come and see this video, then they will see immediately that, yes, we do work with you, yes, we can offer you help, and in fact, you're the types of guys we love. Okay. So for you as a health professional in private practice, simply answering this question, what do you do, with I'm a physiotherapist, can mean little to most members of the public. They may think of what you do as something that doctors will refer when needed, or as a dentist, you may be the emergency tooth pain guy. So your pitch can position you as much more than just people's perceptions about what your profession does. So to make it easier to write your pitch, we've prepared a little private practice mini pitch template. So using this template, you should be able to get your pitch up and running in a matter of maybe 15-20 minutes. It'll require a bit of thoughts, a bit of preparation, and maybe bouncing some ideas off other people. But in about less than half hour time, you'll be able to have a great little pitch to use to answer that question, what do you do? And then that will form the basis of your video. So you can use this pitch in lots of different environments, and your video is one of them. So let's have a look at the template. Here it is. Now, we will make this template available for download. I will enter the download link below. So if you're watching this on YouTube, it'll be in the description field. If you're watching this on our website somewhere, I'll make sure it's on that same page. Okay, so your pitch should be about 100 to 125 words long, which translates to about 45 seconds to about 1 minute. Anything longer than that, and it's difficult to keep somebody's attention. Anything shorter than that, then it's just too quick and there's just not enough value in it. Okay, so you should aim to be 100 to 125 words, a few sentences if you will, and less than a minute. Okay, so by answering these 4 questions, you should be able to just form your pitch. So all you need is a 1 or 2 sentence answer to each of these questions, well thought out sentences obviously, and you should be right to go. So the first question is, what are a few key problems that your target market can relate to? When they need something that you offer, what problems are they having? Do they have a back pain or what? When they have an issue, they may or may not know to call you, they may or may not know to look for you, but they will relate to the problem, and next time this problem comes up, they will remember you. The next part is, what can you do about it? Obviously, you solve their problem. And your choice of words here should focus on the benefits and results of your solution. The next part is what qualifies you. This is where you build some trust. So when they need you, they will remember you and come back to you because they know that you can help them. Okay? How long you've been doing what you're doing, who have you helped, and that sort of thing. Okay? And the last part is the call to action. You tell them to make an appointment, or call your clinic, or visit your website, or it could be other things. Your pitch itself will not have the call to action. But for the purpose of this video, we are going to include a call to action. Okay? So at the end of the video, they've seen it, they've watched it through to the end, and there's a call to action saying, make an appointment, call us, visit our website, or download our ebook, or look at our YouTube channel, or whatever else you might like to introduce or offer. Okay? So that part there is for the purpose of the video only. Now, you need to be mindful of any statements or claims that you make that could get you in trouble. You're a health professional, and there are regulatory bodies in every country, in every industry, where health is concerned, that govern what you can do, what you can say, or what you can advertise. Okay, in some countries these are more relaxed, in others it's not. For example, in Australia, most health professionals can't even advertise testimonials on their website. But as a health professional, you already know these things, so just be mindful of what you say in your pitch and in the video. Next, you only need 1 or 2 sentences for each point, as I said. Otherwise, you're going to end up with 300, 400 words. It's going to be like a 5-minute pitch, and you don't want that. And lastly, add some excitement, show some confidence, and use their language. You don't want to talk about subluxation, you don't want to talk about adjustments, you don't want to talk about fillings and crowns, you don't want to talk about whatever else, any technical jargon that you use in your clinic. You want to relate to them and the problems that they're having and how you can solve it. Anything else could come later. Okay, this is just an easy, initial pitch to somebody to show them, what you do. Using pen and paper, just jot down some of the notes for each step, and then you can polish it into a cohesive, flowing pitch. You've heard what ours sounds like. It didn't start out like that. Okay, it was all over the place. It, points here, thoughts there, ideas here. We eventually polished it off, molded it into the shape it is now. It took a little bit of time, and obviously you might like to run it by a few people in your practice to make sure you've hit the mark. It's got to be short, it's got to be sweet, it's got to be simple, and it's got to hit the mark. Now, the next thing to do would be to record your voiceover. If you sound good and you have a quiet place and a decent microphone, you could do this yourself. But what we did for our video was to use a voiceover artist. We found our voiceover artist on Fiverr.com. That's Fiverr with a double R.com. Fiverr is a great resource where people will help you out for small jobs for $5 or denominations of $5. Okay, it can be 10, 15, whatever, but the basic service is like $5. It's nothing. It's easy to get caught up and spend a whole hour there just looking at all the cool and fun stuff you can find, so you need to focus. The first thing we'll do, well, for us it was important to use an Australian accent, so let's type for voiceover Australian. Okay, it doesn't really matter what you choose, as long as you like the sound of the person, it doesn't matter who. If it's suitable, you like it, just use it. Here is one that I searched for and found earlier. I think she sounds great. Next time I might even just use her instead. Let's see what she sounds like.
Hey there, do you need an Australian female voiceover artist with a 100% feedback rate for only $5?
Yep, sounds good. Sounds good. Now look at the details here. She will do a 30-second voiceover, which is about 80 words, she reckons. Look, a minute, we're talking about 100, 120 words, 150, not much more, okay? So that'll probably be 2 gigs at $5 each, which is $10. Next, let's have a look at what else she offers. Yeah, here we go. For another $10, she will do some royalty-free background music. Great, that saves us a whole heap of hassle later on trying to find music and merge it together with the voiceover and the video and everything. So we're going to end up with one file. Okay, here we go. MP3 format, perfect. One MP3 file for our whole script with background music. great. And then you just simply order and then give her the details, you give her the script, it'll take a day or two, and then she'll come back to you with an MP3 file. So, and that's what we're going to use as the basis to build our video animation on top of. Okay, if you wanted to use that just in your podcast or anything else, or just as audio, great. You've got the MP3, you can do whatever you want to do with it anyway. Next is the animation portion. So once again, we'll use Fiverr. Now let's come back here and look for the animation. The kind of animation that we used for our video is called kinetic type. Kinetic type or kinetic typography. Okay, there's a whole bunch of guys that do that sort of thing. Kinetic typography just pretty much means text in motion, okay? So there's all sorts of other animation types out there. For example, whiteboard animation, that's another popular one. You've probably seen them where people are just hand drawing things on whiteboards, and then to illustrate the script that's being read out in the background. Look, kinetic typography was what I chose. Okay, there's a whole heap of them here. Now, most Fiverr workers offering animation, whether it's whiteboard or kinetic type or whatever, will usually just offer template-based animations where you can simply substitute your own text for their preset animation. Now, for $5, you can't really expect a whole lot more. You can't expect, somebody to spend 2 days on it building custom animations from start to finish using high-end tools like Adobe After Effects. Okay, those sorts of things will cost you a lot of money, and we're trying to stay away from that, because to hit our target market with our message, this is going to work pretty well. Okay, what you don't want is a word-for-word display of the text on your screen for the viewers to read along. So you've ended up with 100 to 125 word script. You don't want to just display one word after the other and have the viewers just read along. It's going to get boring, it's going to get tedious. You only need a series of key words to illustrate your points and to hold the viewer's interest. So look at some samples and see what you like. Here is one that I found earlier that I thought was quite nice. I like this one. Looks pretty good. Anyway, so you simply say, these are my key words that I'd like to use, and then by this time you should have your MP3 voiceover back from your voiceover artist. So once you've selected your animator, again, you'll do your gig with these guys. This one's 70 words for 1 gig, so you might need to do 2 gigs with this. Again, come back here, whoops, select 2 words. You can add your logo to the end if you want, which I would recommend. Different file formats for an extra $5. You might like to do that, or just do the one format. MP4 is usually a common format that they will deliver in, which is perfect for uploading to YouTube and using on your website. Okay, but at $5, if you wanted to get the other formats, why wouldn't you? And then once you order, I'll just press escape here so we don't proceed. So that's just going to keep spinning. Ignore. If you have any questions, first get in touch with this guy. Say to him, this is what I want to achieve. This is what my script looks like. This is what the audio sounds like. Can you put something together with these words? Work back and forth. And usually you end up with something pretty good, a really good deal. Okay, a really good result. Okay, some of them will offer high definition videos. Look, this one's already HD. 720 is perfectly sufficient for the web. Okay, you're not going to be displaying this on any high resolution monitors or anything with great detail. And besides, it's just animation. It's not big videos. So the really high-end HD stuff's not necessary. 720 HD is quite sufficient. And there's MP4. Perfect. Place your order. You've given them all the files and everything that they need. A couple of days later, done. You've got your finished video. And there you have it. You can then upload this video to your YouTube channel and embed it on your website. And that is a topic for a different video some other time. That's it. So just remember, when you work with Fiverr.com, don't expect the world, as I said. These guys are just working at $5 a gig. It's not a whole lot. You might not hit the target first time round. with your voiceover or your animation, simply just, choose somebody else and try again. It's only costing you $5 a shot. It's not gonna break the bank if you got a couple of bad results. Overall, less than $50. Who's complaining? We've had to use. We were lucky with the voiceover. First time round was great. With the animations, we had to use 2 or 3 different animators. First couple didn't quite hit the mark, missed it with the music, etc. And we've got a great little video for using on our homepage, and as on our YouTube channel as well for introduction. Anyway, I hope this video was useful. Remember to download your mini pitch template. The link is below, and catch you next time.